Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. Here, we will discuss the value of XRP. Specifically, we'll be discussing technical analysis. We will discuss the SEC's response to the Ripple case and the questions they have for the judge. The SEC's response has been a complete and utter farce. Delays, and more delays should be discussed. Because XRP is the only or second cryptocurrency in the United States with regulatory clarity, all you need to know is persons, and all you have to do is hold. David Schwartz just told everyone at the culminating event that he has full security clearance. Please keep in mind how crucial it is. And just wait until you see and hear what the SEC is beginning to realize. This whole thing has been a stinking clown show the whole time. Bitcoin has gained 1% over the past 24 hours, reaching a price of $25,937 Ethereum 1638, so let's not waste any more time talking about it. At their respective dollar parities, USDT and USDC amount to 8.58%. The average low-high price target for XRP is 50 cents. As you can see, XRP brought the entire market to a halt, and now the total value of all cryptocurrencies is only $1,051,010 million. No fresh capital is being introduced into the market. We are level, and all you're seeing is a simple reversal of funds from Bitcoin to XRP to XRP to HBAR each Model X LM and back to Bitcoin. This is all that we can see, too. Historically speaking, crypto has a rough September. But a bull run is coming, and it's going to be a huge bull run. The Bitcoin bull run has begun, and we must now travel to this XR. Let's have a look at this. Information spanning 10 years. Information spanning over a decade, from 2011 to 2013, the bear and its accumulation zones are clearly visible. The same bear and accumulation zones that we experienced in 2014 and 2017 will likely be repeated in 2018. The current object of our gaze. It's very clear that we've entered a zone of accumulation. The answer is obvious when you consider the cost. Observe how the market is flat. To gather in this area. That's the state of affairs right now. The result is a flood of new capital into the markets, much of which is invested in the leading cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin Ethereum prices are expected to rise by a factor of 4 to 5 from their current levels, with some investors even attempting a tenfold increase. I can say with confidence that a new Bitcoin record high is possible in the near future. If you missed my video, I interviewed one of the top experts in the industry. We explained all you need to know about Bitcoin in detail. Previous cycles were used, and XRP was discussed. We looked at historical cycles and discussed appropriate pricing for consideration. You owe it to XRP and yourself to give us the listen for the next 60 minutes. Based on the information in this video, you should immediately begin formulating an exit strategy. I'll give it a 95% chance of being correct. That shouldn't be construed as financial guidance. What you do with your XRP is none of my business. What I'm saying is that if you see the movie, you'll be blown away, and that I'll soon be putting up a live stream where we can discuss the Bitcoin XRP project and maybe throw in some Casper H. bar discussion. You can ask Ethereum anything in real time. Keep an eye out for that. I'm hoping to have it ready by the middle of next week. As a third time, perhaps 8 o'clock in the evening Eastern Standard Time, when everyone is free from work. Market Watcher EGLAB is a regular publication of ours. Estimates put XRP's price gain in crypto at $150. If the past 3 months' data is signed, XRP might reach $150. Yeah, 100% during this bull market. Will it succeed? Personally, I can't see it. Nah, can XRP attain a $1 trillion market cap to cycle pushing it over $20 this decade if 99% of all these cryptos go gone and all the money is forced to flow into 23,040? Maybe even 50 cryptos and the left remain standing 100%. Yep. You can bet the farm on it, and after that we'll go to this. The SEC has submitted a reply memorandum in support of its petition to certify the interlocutory appeal to tough term "Don't Judge Me," according to documents obtained from the James K. file. The SEC's sudden concern for judicial resource conservation provides the basis for its request that Judge Torres halt the proceedings. Absolutely ridiculous. The SEC is suddenly worried about the need to limit the use of court resources. They have been waiting for service for over 2.5 years since all they have done is postpone. In addition, you seek some comic relief. DSCC is now arguing that Ripple is to blame for the delays in the cases. They're actually going public with the excuse that Ripple is to blame for the lawsuit's delay. If my recollection is true, it was Ripple who initiated the violence. They obviously didn't want to be sued, so they went on the offensive while the SEC wasn't prepared. They couldn't present any reliable evidence. They're trying to blame Red Bull, yet they were the ones who repeatedly delayed all of the motions and processes. The voice of Fred interrupts. So much for your dignity. This investigation has dragged on for a very long time. Our sincere wish is that you will soon forget this. It was us who fought against Ripple's demand for immediate action. As this is day one, Ripple was literally dragging her. No. Get real. That's pretty amusing, right? Just kidding. What a ridiculous idea. This article further discusses the topic. The SEC claims that Ripple is delaying public sales of XRP in order to drag out pending litigation. One SEC fresh hide chance you are displeased with the judge's responses, according to the SEC's most recent filings against XRP, necessitates an appeal. You felt the judge made the wrong decision. She made an analogy between you and our investigation into the matter. And it didn't run into too many issues. If it fails to meet the first criterion, it failed completely. Another issue is that you can avoid testing altogether by ensuring that you adhere to all of our testing criteria. Mila advises the SEC to just claim that Ripple is attempting to drag out the case. Actually, they did. Here, let me detonate it. For the benefit of anyone reading this on a screen. As a plaintiff, the SEC has an institutional stake in seeing this lawsuit to a swift and favorable conclusion. Despite their prior assurances, the defendants have no interest in dragging out this case any further. So they can keep selling XRP on the open market. The SEC has the audacity to claim that they are acting in everyone's best interest and that they will find a quick solution. That's why we've been working on this for the past 2.5 years. Ripple had been communicating with you for over a decade, but you refused to help, guide, or even abandon them. At one time, after giving XRP some serious thought, you decided that no further action was required. After Jay abruptly left his post as commissioner, he intended to withdraw a lawsuit, but the newly appointed Gary Gensler ignored Jay's advice and continued the case, instructing his team to drag it out for as long as possible. The SEC is trying to shift blame away from Ripple and back onto itself. XRP is not considered a security in the United States. That was the answer Ripple had been hoping for. As for your legal threats against Brian and Chris, no, you don't think they're hoping for that outcome. You want the people who are putting the entire case on Ripple back through the ringer. Ripple would like to put an end to all of this once and for all. They've worked hard for their money, and you think they want to carry on spending it? Do you seriously believe that Brian and Chris would want to sit down with a lawsuit hanging over their heads? Not at all. And now you're attempting to blame them, even though they had nothing to do with this. After years of his chairman insisting the rules are clear and must be observed, he says the SEC has made yet another hypocritical pivot. The SEC has expressed its concern that these tangled legal issues cannot be resolved without an appeal. We have never encountered a hypocrite on the scale of the SEC. The resale of XRP is not a security, as is abundantly evident. Their wishes were granted by the judge. Right? For a long time, the mission of the SEC has been clear. Jay and Gary Gensler have both said that the courts will eventually decide what cryptocurrency actually are. They thought they had a chance in court, but the judge ruled that XRP transactions on the order book secondary market do not constitute securities. The SEC is extremely incensed by this defeat. I mean, what are they planning to do now? They're attempting to toss it all back, but it's causing waves to stop. You are to blame for the lengthy duration of this lawsuit. You guys lost, and it wasn't because of the waves. It was a clean loss for you. You asked for a judge's ruling, and the judge complied with your request. You're inconsolable now because you disagree with her decision. If I understand what you're saying, Ripple wants to keep postponing the other possible outcomes in this situation indefinitely. And keep in mind that XRP's legitimacy is not in doubt. That's the one thing that's really important to keep in mind here. Since XRP is not a security, its legal classification cannot be challenged. The transcripts confirmed that to us. The fate of Brad and Chris is the sole topic of contention. If institutional buyers and sellers continue to, this is the fight for which Ripple must pay. What a funny thought, obviously a satire. It's horrible that the SEC is now pretending to be on your side after first trying to prove that you were the bad guy in this case. The SEC has been dragging their heels for almost 2.5 years, and now Ripple is trying to get them to delete it. The situation is untenable, so leave. Just ignore that rubbish. I'm just going to up and leave. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.